While wrapping up the day, unwind with the reminiscence of the day's news from home and abroad with KAFTAN TV 7 p.m. News.
Good to have you join us on KAFTAN News at 7.
Nigerians are living in up to 5%. Are young people repurpose the Harmony Symphony.
It's good to have you join us on KAFTAN TV News at 7.
We found that the 10 naira card is not actually sufficient.
National foreign news headlines. Get balanced, accurate facts on the latest news in business, politics, entertainment, sports, and more. Live from our studios.
Many thanks for watching. And join us again at 9
KAFTAN
p.m.
TV News. While wrapping up the day, unwind with the reminiscence of the day's news from home and abroad with KAFTAN TV 7 p.m. News.
Good to have you join us on KAFTAN News at 7.
Nigerians are living in up to 5%. Are young people repurpose the Harmony Symphony.
It's good to have you join us on KAFTAN TV News at 7.
We found that the 10 naira card is not actually sufficient.
National foreign news headlines. Get balanced, accurate facts on the latest news in business, politics, entertainment, sports, and more. Live from our studios.
Many thanks for watching. And join us again at 9
KAFTAN
p.m.
TV News.
Hello, it's a pleasure to have you on this program, and of course it is the polity. Of course, as we always say, each time there is the polity, it means that we have come to discuss the polity. And the same way is it today that we've come to discuss the polity. And as always, I am not alone on this program. I've got a guest with whom we will talk about the things that have happened and know how best to talk about it and make it clearer for everyone to understand. And this guest of mine, is here with me. And by the way, I am Okechukwu Onobogu. Thank you so much. And the guest I have happens to be a public affairs analyst who has been here before, and he's not a first timer here. And I know you would enjoy every bit of what you will get to hear from him as he comes on. But let me straight away mention that we are looking at political dislodgement as far as we have seen it in Nigeria, and looking about heavyweights and their traditional supporters, as well as voters and their P.V.C. You see, talk about heavyweights. There are some heavyweights that have left from one party to the other, left one party and gone to another, and they have their supporters. Some of them have their traditional supporters. That's why we said, and their traditional supporters. We'll talk about some of them, like P.V.C that has his own obedience, Kwankwaso, Rabbi Musa Kwankwaso, that has his Kwankwasia, and some other fellows, like we know that Ovie, Omo Agege from Delta, has his own group that would always stand by him, as it even showed up in the last election they did in their state, Delta, where his traditional supporters were still standing by him, though he lost in that election. Well, there are others too. Stella Udua in Anambra State has got it, and as he went in contesting for the Senate, again in Anambra under Abga, and she got it. There are some others like that as we go on in this program. We'll mention some of them as we go on. Don't forget that even as I've mentioned Delta, that there is Senator as well, because we mentioned the former Senate Deputy President. That is, sorry, yes, the former Deputy President of the Senate, Ovie Omoagege. We also Senator Ovie Omoagege. We also have Senator Arthur Ifeanyi Okowa, who has also got his own. And then, of course, Senator Ned Nwoko, and the way things are happening. Well, we'll talk about all these fellows and we'll see how it will go today. And so he is here with me, my guest, Ambassador Moses Obiseso. Of course, he is a public affairs analyst, as you heard me say. Mo, good to have you on the program again.
My pleasure, anytime.
Right.
Thank you.
Right. Looking at the way it is today, talking about the fact that there are, I would just want to ask for a minute. Let's take a brief break. We'll return immediately. So do bear with me. I had to take this break to return to make sure everything is perfected here. And so we are in order, and we'll go straight away. Ambassador Mo, you've seen it the way I've presented it, the introduction. So which way would you want to tackle it from?
Okay, thank you very much once again for inviting me. And I want to really say hello to everyone watching us. When we talk about heavyweights, I'm thinking that we should even start from the biggest boys.
Yes.
In the ring right now, we have three very big heavyweights, and maybe we have similars in the last election, but there is a lot of twist to it right now. What I'm saying is that we have the current president,
yes,
Tinubu. He has gotten
the traditional supporters.
He's picked his ticket for the party, for APC. We also have Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, who has also picked the ticket for ADC. And we also have our own Peter Obi, who has also picked the ticket for NDC. NDC,
yes.
He has also picked the ticket for NDC. So if you see what happened the last time, we had these three people, but the dynamics were a bit different,
yes,
than what we have currently. Yeah. And whether we see it or not, they really threw up a lot of surprises. You saw Peter Obi, that some person said had no structures. He almost really clinched it.
Yes.
In fact, there are talks in some quarters that Obi actually won, but hey, there's nothing to substantiate that.
Yes, yes.
But if they've taken it to court and the court says no, he didn't win, so we accept that. We allow that, to. But the point I'm just trying to make is the fact that the guy without structures. What we call structures in this part of the world is the fact that whether you have a party
base, yes,
that has incredible reach, that is big, that is strong, you know, and all of that. And but Obi really did not have that. I mean, for the last time, and he was able to really pull incredible surprise,
yes,
you know, right in there. So, for me, I still see these three very strong contenders, and I'll tell anybody that he can very easily swing in any direction,
yes,
irrespective of the fact that you now have Asiwaju, who is the incumbent and all, the sitting president and all of that. But I think what I first of all want to say is to be able to really juggle what is going for this and for the other. Maybe we'll start with, since I've started with Obi.
yes.
Obi has incredible, you know, Peter Obi has incredible followership of the young people, yes, in Nigeria. Currently, you know, he's got a lot of followership of the young people, you know, just talking about the fact that they feel he has less baggages, you know, less people to want to pay homages to, you know, in this part of the globe, yes, where, you know, you have godfatherism, you have somebody who is bringing you and not bringing you and all that. And all of those baggages make your government unhealthily bogus. You know, you have a lot of people to patronize, a lot of people to really want to share a lot with and all that. So sometimes I tell people that half of what the current president may be using to be able to make mark, maybe half of it may just be all that Obi will need, you know, to be able to want to do wonders. And so Obi has a lot of followership of the young people. Obi also has incredible sentiment around him when it comes to the fact that the Southeast have actually not been, I mean, Southeast has not been able to have presidency in a very long time.
Yes.
You know, so a lot of people feel like, look, it is the turn of the Southeast. So that is going for him. Young people, Southeast sentiment of not being able to have produced presidents, you know, in a very long time. And then also, what also goes for him very seriously is that an average Igbo person, I mean, Igbo people, that's the Southeast people, they, yes, are really spread all over the country. There's hardly any village you get to in this country that you not see an average Igbo. So when it comes to spread, you know, because our election says win this way and also get the spread, you can be sure that Obi can have spread, you know, if, I mean, judging from that aspect, you know, he will be able to have the 25% that is required, you know, nationwide and all of that. I know the last time he didn't get the 25% spread, but I feel that right now that the Southeasterner people feel like, look, this guy can spring some surprises. He might just be able to have that spread. You know, another thing that goes very strongly for Obi is the fact that people feel that is very prudent, that is the most prudent among all, I mean, maybe all the major contenders, that Obi can actually, is not, you know, like their slogan that said, we don't give shishi. Yes. We don't give shishi, you know, to some of our international audience. Yeah. What that means that we don't bribe with one kobo. We, yes, don't bribe with a penny. We don't give a dime. We don't give a dime. We don't give a penny. You know, and all of that. And so, you know, so that went viral that we don't give shishi. You know, that kind of a thing. Yeah. Now, whether they give shishi or not, I don't know. But I'm just saying that that's their mantra, one of their, you know, one of their slogans and, yes, all of that. And so it means people perceive him as, look, the economy will be better managed in terms of prudency, you know, if it is in the hand of Obi. You know, so these four things really resonate very well. You know, Obi for the young minds, Obi for prudency, Obi for Southeast who have actually not been given the opportunity, you know, and all that, Obi even for spread because of his people, yes, you know, who are usually an average Southeast people who are everywhere. So Obi has got all of that going for him. And one additional strength, major one that we can't wish away or we cannot fail to notice is the coming together of Kwankwaso with Obi.
Yes.
it is a big game changer. It's a big boost.
Yes.
You know, that was what Obi did not have the last time.
Yes,
the last time when Obi ran, I think Obi tried to have Kwankwaso as his running mate, you know, to become his vice,
yes.
you know, but he really couldn't get vice. I mean, Kwankwaso, both of them couldn't agree on who should be president, who should be vice. Even though that has his own challenge later, where the vice feel like, look, we are two of us, you are not really my boss and all of that. But for now, for winning the election, that's a huge plus.
Yes.
Because also we know that Kwankwaso is a major bloc vote man.
Yes.
You know, he's got the Talakawas, you know, and all of the biggest voting state in Nigeria. Arguably can be from Kano. And so when you have such person, you know, with you, I think it's a formidable team right there. So so those are some of the things going for Obi. You know, a few things that are not going for him, I think we'll leave that maybe till later. But these are the 5 things that I see that are very, very key going for Obi that can make him to be able to spring some surprise. Now, we're going to look at what is going for from Atiku. Now, Atiku, you know, the former vice president, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, fantastic, you know, man. And I tell you that whether you like it or not, Atiku understands the politics of Nigeria like the back of his fingers and back of his hands. And he's been around. In fact, during the time when he was running as the vice president, you know, when he was running with Olusegun Obasanjo, you know, the then president of this great country, there were actually insinuations that at some point Atiku controlled 24 governors, you know, nationwide, which was massive. That was the reason why Obasanjo did everything to have him as his running mate, especially for the second time, because after the first time they had a very strained relationship, but Obasanjo had to really, you know, stoop to conquer, you know, just say, look, hey man, let's run the second and all of that. And so he got Waziri Adamawa to still run with him and all of that. And so it is believed that Atiku understands, and he's been around. He's been around for all the democratic journey of this country, and so Atiku understands, you know, how to be able to galvanize votes. Now, so his experience over a long period of time is one. You know, the second thing that goes for him is that he's perhaps, I would say, almost the only major contender in the North. That is a huge plus. Yes, because it's a huge plus. Because if only one person majorly from the North, that means that if he does a very serious work in the North, he might just clean up. And North and South, if you're going to put them together, at best you say the 60% of vote will come from North or more, while 40% of vote comes from South or less. You know, it depends on, I mean, how you're able to really push and all that. So for you to have only one candidate coming from there, that is huge. I think right now he's trying to see who he's going to pick as his running mate, you know, to be. I don't know whether he's going to pick. Last time he picked Okowa, but right now Okowa is no longer on his side. Maybe people are looking whether he might actually look Amechi, you know, because of Amechi. But I don't know. Because the fact that you and someone actually ran the primaries and you won and the person came second or whatever does not mean that it will be best of your a running mate. Hey, but I think Alhaji Atiku Abubakar will determine that in due time.
So that it will not be the way MKO Abiola did. MKO Abiola, when he concluded the context and he won, he took the man that was the next person to him and made him the person. That's talking about
King Gibe.
King Gibe, yes, King Gibe.
So it's possible if he feels very comfortable that, look, I can work with him. It's very possible. But what we're saying, we're just looking at the strength of the main actors. Yeah, which is Obi
also,
and
and also even himself. I think there are things he has done to show that he will not be picking Amechi. There are some other people that we've seen that he is shopping for, but we'll still keep our fingers crossed as we go on.
All right. So that's the main thing about so that's the second thing about Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, and that very factor of the fact that he is the almost a lone person in the north. We need to watch out for it. You know. So the third thing really is that Atiku Abubakar has also got incredible reach. Not just in the north,
yes,
all over the country. You can't wish it away. He's got incredible reach. He's the vice president. I don't know how many presidents. He was a vice president, but he's still as influential as though he was a former president.
Yes.
Do you understand? He was just a former vice president, but he's as influential as any past president, if not more. Yeah. In fact, he's more influential than some past president of this country. So he's got incredible reach, he's got incredible contact, contact and the rest of that, and he knows the game. So I think that's what may be going for Atiku, you know, and Atiku Abubakar. Now coming to what may not, maybe I should finish with what goes for Mr. President. Yeah. All right. What goes for Mr. President, that's Tinubu, you know. Number one, the very first one that goes for him, and that must, I mean, in Nigeria, in Nigerian politics, the first one is what we call the power of incumbency. Yes. It is enormous. When somebody is in government, and fortunately or unfortunately is contesting, it's almost, in fact, people will say, "Hey,
don't deal."
It's a done deal, you know, just like that, you know. So,
since it controls all the
paraphernalia of government and the rest of it. So, the power of incumbency in this part of the world, you know, is extremely strong, and it controls that. And you know something, it doesn't just have the power of incumbency. The second thing he has is that he has the government of the day firmly in his control. Firmly. Because look at it, the Senate president was almost unpicked by him. The speaker of there was almost determined by him. The governors, 32 state governors of this country are now in APC. They are now in APC. So, and whether you like it or not, these are the power blocks. Governors, in fact, they are like what do you call them? They are headmasters. They just tell everybody, they whip you into line. Exactly. You know, in their states. That's true. And so when you now have 32 out of 36 in your kitty, including the FCT minister, it's a massive thing that goes for Tinubu. Yes. You know, so he has that, you know, having that, because I've never seen a time where we had this number of governors in one place. There has never been a time. You know, so for me, that's actually a major stuff. You know,
somehow some people are even saying that it's true that Anambra is Abga, but the governor is dancing to his tune, and they're trying to follow the old system of the fact that we don't normally in Anambra have the person that is the presidential candidate, so he can go anywhere. Yeah. But the one that is the governor must remain with Abga. That sort of thing. Correct.
You know, even the governor, that's a serious one. That where even governor of the state where Obi belongs is saying, yes, I will keep this seat for Abga, which is actually like their father. For those who don't know, Abga was actually like the creation of Ikemba who's actually like the father of the southeast of some sort, politically speaking. And so he like blessed Abga to say, look, guys, run on this seat, and that was where Obi started from before he went to a few other parties and to his current party. And so the current governor, you know, is saying, you know something, I will ensure that this seat remains for Abga. But when it comes to presidency, he's actually rubbing mind with Tinubu. So what that says is
that the last governor's meeting that was held, his deputy was there in that meeting.
Can you imagine? That's
of APC.
so that's a serious sign to say that the reach of the current president is unprecedented. The influence. There has never been a time where any single political party had that number of governors that moved, not those who you just say, we will align with you to vote in presidency. No, they jump shifted. Yes. They left their party to come over here. It takes a lot in this part of the climes to be able to do that. So you have 35 plus FCT minister, 32 plus FCT minister, then also with other governors who are saying, yes, we are in this party, but when it comes to presidential, whatever, we're going to vote for him. So he has, so that's an incredible stuff. Also, the one thing that goes for the president is his political sagacity.
Sorry, let me also interject here that even the governor of Ekiti State has also openly said, we'll vote for you when it comes to the presidential.
You understand? And so what that is actually bringing is that there are several people who are publicly, they are not going behind, you know, there's some sympathy behind and all of that, but they are coming publicly to say, we are for you. Yeah. And maybe some watchers all over the world may feel that, so be the election that they say that governor only had a vote, has a vote. No. In this part of the world,
it doesn't happen.
A governor does not have one vote. He has almost the entire machinery of the state to marshal vote in the direction that he wants to. You understand? So that also goes for him. So Tinubu has got incredible experience over the years. He has been in the trenches during the time of Awolowo all through this time. Behind, but this is the first time, at some point he came out as senator, then at some point he actually governed Lagos State, and he actually governed the economic nerve of Nigeria, which is Lagos, the economic epic center of Nigeria, Lagos, and people believe that he did a great job in trying to, increase what he meant and revenue base of Lagos to where it is now. And not only that, he was able to set a vision and a plan that several are following, because they saw that you can see some orderliness in Lagos. Yes. After Tinubu, this person. After Fashola, this one. After Ambode, this one. There's actually and there's a blueprint, almost like a blueprint for about 50 years. Yes. So that even if any governor comes, he will use his own whatever to dress it here and there, but the core things are already on ground, planned out. And each year you can see improvement in terms of revenue of Lagos and in terms of even provision of amenities and the development. For development and the rest of that. So for me, I think that is going for Tinubu. And then one very big one for Tinubu is that he's sitting on the biggest political party. Look, to your own peril, if you underestimate the need for a solid big party to drive you. Yes. Because usually I tell someone that, you have a dream, just like they will say, do you have a dream? Get a team. Yes. That team is the political party. Because in our election, there is no face. Face is not shown. It is the party that is shown. Yes. Some persons, they just want to vote for, they just want to go and do councillor voting. They will do their councillor, but they realize that when they are voting the councillor for, which is APC, the broom, they will also vote every other one that way. Because they don't understand any story. They will do. Say it's the broom. They do the broom. They do for all the rest. And so that's bandwagon effect. So I'm saying APC currently is the biggest political party, and that's what Tinubu is sitting on. So those things are going for him. To be very, in a wrap, I will tell you that it's going to be a major election this time around. He was 3 horse race the last time, and he's looking like it's going to be 3 horse race, and it's going to be very interesting. And I tell anyone, he can very easily swing to any direction. Yes. If anybody is thinking because no. Every one of them, they've got their strength. Atiku, not. Obi, younger Nigerians and cleaner person, less baggages. People feel so. There's all of them. They've got their strength. You know, one thing that people really don't appreciate with the current president, maybe I don't know whether I should go into their drops, their low side. You know, each of them.
If you like, we can just go on. But then, I just want to say that also we'll do that. But let's go a little further on this side of the strength.
Okay.
Arthur, Ifeanyi Okowa, former governor, former senator, of representing Delta State, Delta North. I think it's Delta Central or so, I can't remember. I heard that this, this man has got his own followership. In fact, he is the leader of, he was the leader of the PDP when they were in PDP.
Correct.
And he left, first of all, joined APC, eventually became the instrument through which the president succeeded in getting Delta State to his side. And so he brought them along. And now they brought their weight on top of APC, not minding who was there. And because of that, a lot happened. He is coming back for the Senate, and he went to contest it internally against the sitting senator. He got there and took everything from the man. That shows you the strength. You know, took everything from him. That man is crying foul now, shouting and all that. But the fact is that Okowa is the one that is coming for that contest, in the state for the party, APC. In the same way, the person he beat, the person he stopped from going is Ned Nwoko, that has been seen to be very powerful and all that. But he messed him up completely, I must say, and took it up from him. Again, another powerful person in every way, as far as life is concerned. Just the way Ned became very powerful in his own senatorial district, senatorial zone. The same way Ovie Omagege got to be very powerful in his own side. Now, Ovie was really the person that contested against the current governor from the APC. That time the governor was in PDP. Now, Ovie Omagege was the leader of APC in the state. But these things that have happened, that these fellows have come in and not minding the fact that he was the former deputy president of the Senate. All those things they kept aside and brought him down, I must say. Brought him down and gave that position to another person altogether that you could say could be less fancied. But then, incidentally, just as we're talking about having the paraphernalia of office, that these fellows have it today, and they have done what they have done, and Ovie Omagege is not there. Incidentally, Ovie Omagege has his own traditional followers, or followership, anyhow you say it. Incidentally, Ovie moved from APC and went to NDC, but somewhat, when the elections came again, Ovie lost out. And he lost out to a lady who had been the coordinator of their tribe. I can't remember whether it's Urobo or Ishekiri. I can't remember. I don't know. I can't remember which of them. Now, that lady had been coordinating the affairs of their own tribe, and she has been abroad all the while. And recently she came back and did some background talks among her people, and they said, okay, we'll let you go. Before Ovie now came in. But Ovie, being a very strong political fellow, went on to win in his own catchment area. Incidentally, the lady took over the rest of the place. And one thing that happened again was that while Ovie Omagege was winning, senator, was winning in his area, the lady was getting some good points from him, getting 300 from one area, getting all that, you know, that kind of thing. But when it got to the other side that wasn't his traditional controlled area, traditionally controlled area, the lady got and Obioma Agege, senator, got to have something like 2, 3, 10. You see?
Overwhelming majority for the lady. Yeah.
So that made nonsense of whatever she lost under Ovie's own area.
Major area, yeah.
You know? So as a result, he lost. And it's quite a pity that he lost at the time like this, because he just moved from one party. Now people are asking, is he going to return to APC? Of course, he won't be returning to APC because a lot of water has gone under the bridge. You know?
Yeah, so you know, again, I think it's very important for people to understand how politics play in this part of the climes. Now, Okowa was a former senator. He was former governor. He was former president, two-time governor. He was former vice presidential candidate of one of the biggest parties, PDP. You understand? With Atiku. Those are not. They are not mean feats that he has actually. He's a bigger boy.
Yes.
You know, the fact that whether Ned Nwoko, the billionaire, you know, he's very strong on social media.
Yes.
But when it comes to politics is not done on social media. He's on ground. You come over here. Yeah, I give it to him everywhere. You know, you hear him and his romance life and all of that on social media. But when it comes to politics, you are on ground. Politics is local people who want to vote, they want to know you, they may not even, some of them will not even be on social media. Yes. When it comes to voting, they are there in the village, they are there right there, they'll be mobilized to just, all they are telling you, once you see the broom, put your finger there and all of that. So the point I'm trying to make is that it wasn't that Ned Nwoko was not good, but he met a bigger match.
A bigger match.
That's it. He met a bigger match. Okowa showed that, look, former governor, I'm not a fry at all. Yes. And so he came over there and he picked it. It's just like when maybe in the world of the cats, you can have maybe the jaguar doing a lot of stuff. You can have even the hyena doing a lot of stuff. You can have the what else? I mean, all kinds of animals in the jungle. But when the lion shows, everybody just quickly take dressing that. Look, this guy is the boss. It's going to take us very, very seriously.
Like in Ebola, when they say that the Ijele, when the Ijele lands, the main masquerade, every other one shifts from the way because it takes over.
Yeah. so basically, that's so we're seeing the emergence of very powerful, you know, political bigwigs, you know, but I would say something that it should, look, the only person who can underwrite that are the people themselves. And that is why I love we must tell Nigerians, if you believe that someone will give you a good governance after coming, you know, to the space, it is from the point of getting him to pick the ticket of his party that standing up for such person needs to start. Because after they have picked their party ticket, the generality of the people don't have too much choices beyond the 18 flag bearers.
Yes.
Because 18 political party, 18 flag bearer, or whatever the number is that will be contesting it. That's all that we have. So before that picking of the party's ticket, the masses because right now they do a lot of direct primaries where they allow all of the party card carrying party members to vote. So that is where you should be active. You understand? Because you should be active to make sure, okay, this guy is a better person, make sure he emerges. So that's when, because if he doesn't emerge as a party ticket, already the possibility is gone. Because it is after they carry a party ticket, party flag, that you can now say, okay, whether they are in APC, PDP, ADC, NDC, or any party, Social Democratic Party, any party at all, that's when you now have any chance of bringing them. I love what Obi did. When Obi saw the sign very clearly that he won't be able to get I mean, he won't be able to bulldoze his way against Atiku. Atiku stood very firmly in the ADC.
Yes.
Obi quickly made his move away to NDC.
Like
if he had not done that, his political career, as far as for the next 4 years, would have been stopped.
Yeah, of course.
Because if you are unable to carry the flag of any party, the chances of you even being elected would have actually been stopped. So I think it was a clever move, even though some people interpreted it to say Obi does not stay to build the party, to do all of that. Those are sentiments. Those are sentiments for now.
Yes.
You must dance as you see the rhythm of the, or as you observe the drumming.
Yes.
You can't say this was the way they were drumming before. If the rhythm changes, your dance steps needs to change. So you've already seen that most of the opposition political parties were not stable. A lot of them. Obi was in Labour. Labour became very unstable. He moved to initially Obi was in ABGA. He moved to PDP. He moved to Labour. He moved to ADC, and then he now moved to NDC. So the issue there, I will not blame Obi so much. I would rather say the political turf was it was really vibrating. It was it was an earthquake.
Yes.
So it wasn't vibrating. So you must be very, very what's it called? You must be proactive.
Yes.
You must think about it that look, the way this thing is going, it's going to shut me out, and so I gotta move. So for me, I don't blame Obi for moving. Yes. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know, and so those are the I mean, everybody is an heavyweight sorry, there are so many more heavyweights. We are only just looking at the presidential, a few of them. The presidential, we're also, maybe in some areas we're looking at the states. You know, maybe something that be worth mentioning. Why is Fubara not coming in Rivers State?
Okay.
You understand?
Yes, that honestly, it's just, let me use the word that I think that part of it escaped my memory. Because if not, we should be mentioning that. Yeah. Because it is still weight versus weight that led to the fact that it didn't stay there.
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
It was a heavier weight.
Yes. Because it is one of the few times that you see a sitting governor
who is performing.
Performing or not performing, I don't want to go there. I don't want to analyze that. You know why? If you say he's performing, is a total analysis on entirely.
Okay.
We're going to look at his economy. We're going to look at the politics. We're going to look at a lot. Yes. But for a sitting governor who means well, correct. For his people, and he was ready to serve, and he was willing to move on, and he sacrificed so much. You know, from where he was actually at PVP, where he emerged, he went to APC, he tried to make up with his estranged godfather, and a whole lot, he bent backwards, you know, here and there, to be able to accommodate it. But somehow he fell out of grace with his godfather. Am I saying that, am I blaming him? No, not at all. No. Am I saying that godfatherism should be encouraged? No, it's another discussion entirely. Yes. Because it depends on how you manage each other. Yes. Somebody can help you to emerge, but you can actually have the wisdom to manage the person. Yes. You understand? So maybe you would have managed Wiki a lot better. You know, I don't know, but you know, because there are so many persons that emerge. You know, I mean that can emerge from the help of their ex-wife godfather. But they still I look at what happened with Dave Umahi. Dave Umahi and in Ebonyi State, and the current governor. They may have their background differences, their whatever, but it's not to the limelight to say, we are carrying dagger against any. No, it's not like that. Yeah, you understand? So you may not be at the total favorite book of your immediate past, but then it became very messy. So if you ask me, that's actually a major thing to note. To know that a major force in Rivers State, actually Fubara was actually able to take a bow, you know, where just because his strange godfather Wiki wasn't the anointed for the coming, I mean for the next election. That
man today is doing what nobody has done in Nigeria. He is controlling two political parties in his state, controlling APC and controlling PDP.
And he called it rainbow coalition.
Yes, you know,
he said
all he's doing is for the president.
Yeah,
that's
rainbow coalition.
And he's using it to do a lot of things.
Correct.
It's just to ensure that the president returns.
Yeah.
And incidentally, the court judgment anyway has brought a different story altogether, because the original team that was there before the one that is there went to court and they won. So though these other fellows have gone to for appeal.
Yep.
We're still looking at that. But if by any means that thing holds, it means that whatever they have done is a nullity, and there will be a different story altogether. Well, we're still looking out to see how that one will be. Let's see as it unfolds.
Correct.
And as I was talking about Momo Agege, he was from Delta. He is from Delta Central.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's Okowa that is from the Delta North, yes. So we're still going on with that.
So two titans from the Delta, Momo Agege, former Vice President of the Senate,
yes,
and Okowa, former governor, and even former vice presidential candidate. Yeah.
And then both of them coming to struggle over the matter.
Maybe one person that is also worth mentioning is the rumor of the emergence of the former president, Goodluck Jonathan.
Just as you said, it's a rumor.
Yeah, it's a rumor. I leave it as a rumor until you pick a particular ticket of a party, and then I will say, I know that PDP is doing so much. I would say one of the factions of the PDP, you know, whether they will still come together later, I don't know, but one of the factions of the PDP is pushing hard to get Goodluck Jonathan to come back to run. Yeah. For me, I know that in the past, first of all, the wife of the former president, Dame Patient Jonathan, he said, look, you know what, there's nothing we left in Aso Rock, we're not going back. And I also, I was actually also being rumored in here and there, you know, that even former President Goodluck Jonathan has said, look, he's not coming back to governance, and if there's anybody that he need to do, that he will support the presidency of Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu.
Yes.
You know, so if we have
that one is not just from the what do you call it now?
From the blues.
From the blues, or from any other place that I heard the president, say it.
So if you have said that into the public gear, the point I'm trying to come there is that I really don't know why it would be pressured. I love something that happened during all of these hula baloo, all of these back and forth. He was able to clear the air that the fact that a president actually finished the tenure of his former boss, you understand, Yar'Adua, and he did a one term, which was 4 years, that is 2 with Yar'Adua, 4 plus his own, making 6, that he still is eligible for another. I love the fact that the court was able to clear that one.
Yes.
So because that's good for our jurisprudence, you know, for anybody to know that, look, you know what, anyone who is not by his own making, someone dies and he needed to just complete, that one is not part of his own.
He wasn't his tenure.
Because that also is actually happening for Ayedatiwa.
Yes.
You know, people are already saying, no, you cannot go for second term. And the guy say, no guys, I only help my former boss to finish up, because is a role that the Constitution has given me to do. And so I cannot shirk that particular role, so I have to do it. But right now, I've only done 1 term of my own time, and I still have 1 more. So for me, but staying on Jonathan, I really thought that the former president, His Excellency Goodluck Jonathan, is having a beautiful time currently now. He's serving the continent. You know, initially we were serving your country of about 200 and something million. Right now, the continent of about 1.4 billion are calling you here and there to serve. And they want only few people, and then you want to jettison that to come over here. Come on. Personally, coming over is even a different matter. Yeah. Coming over to come and run and to run for a party that is almost in shreds. Is in shreds. When he had the party and there were 24 governors, he lost. Now he wants to go to that same party with almost 0 governor there.
I wonder.
I think he needs to, because again, I think he needs to think again. He needs to check it again. That really, do you want to do that? I think wisdom should prevail on him to say, you know what, guys.
Forget this.
I think I don't want to do that now.
Yes.
Not now. There's no there's no party for him to be able to do that. The party that is on ground that is available for him, no. If it was something like APC, who would say, look, Tinubu is not contesting. We need somebody of that stature to come over and do it. We say, 32 governors are calling you, majority of senators are calling you, House of Rep majority are calling you, all of the local government, all kinds of stuff. We will be able to package you.
Yes.
But if you are coming to a party that is almost non-existent, and then the person who is actually the lion of that party currently, whether you like it or not, is Wike. Yeah. And you and Wike, we are not in the best of
forms and terms as what.
So I don't know how his political calculation, but I believe that he should know better than this. I don't think he should waste his energy, because there's some energy, there's some aura around a former president. I think he should just enjoy that and really, just enjoy it, and don't allow any pressure to push you to what is not. That's my very personal but candid opinion for former president.
Yes, and then there's when we come down a little now. Anambra State, I mentioned Stella Odua. Yeah. Stella Odua happens to be a fellow that contested for the Anambra North position as senator under ABGA. Yeah. All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA. Yeah. I really have to think of mentioning that name again, lest it goes off my memory. All Progressives Grand Alliance. And she contested against 3 other aspirants, and she won the ticket. Chief Primus, someone that's known as Chief Primus Odili, was one of the people that contested against her, and he was the closest rival in that contest. He polled 19,847 votes as against 22,076 votes that Stella Odua got. Primus Odili was also chief of staff to former Governor Willie Obiano. So, because of that position, many people thought he will get it because of what he just concluded. But then, apart from that, someone else who was also, or is also, or well, he was, because I don't know whether in this second return of the governor he brought him back, is someone who was a special advisor to Governor Charles Soludo Chukuma. Charles Chukuma Soludo was cleared also among the APGA contestants. I'm talking about Dr. Alex Obiobolo. Dr. Alex Obiobolo in Anambra State is not a small person when it comes to contesting for elections. He has done that a whole lot, and he has done it for over years. So he had gathered enough momentum to stand against anyone, whoever it is. But then he got 6,945 votes against the Odua. So Odua got it. There was another fellow, Sir John, that also was part of it, who also did something. And at the end of the day, it was Odua that got it. Remember that Odua was a governor, a senator. Even before then, she was a minister for aviation. And after serving as Minister for Aviation, she went in for this election some time ago and won, and became a senator representing Anambra North. Now again, she's coming back and going for it one more time. And she's now ABGA's candidate for Anambra North Senatorial District ahead of 2027 election. So PDP, other parties there, including the new party NDC, they are also making some strong move to contest against her and see what will happen. When she was there before, she did under PDP. Yes, but now she's going under a different body, and you won't blame her for going under a different body. So what we're doing is that looking at it, that woman, as far as life is concerned, the election is concerned in Anambra, is a big fish, a big force, to be a force to be reckoned with, and she has proven it again. Because when she wanted to contest originally. So people were saying, this woman, she has not been in ABGA. What is she coming to ABGA to do? She wants to come and take over, and people that have been in ABGA will contest against him. Oh, everyone was saying they will beat her. Incidentally, while they were saying this, Obi Obolu, that was one of the fellows that contested, who had known Stella, also said, I am afraid that Stella is coming in because I know what she can do. Yeah. Incidentally, she did that thing he knew she can do, and now she has taken over as the one that will represent ABGA in Idemili North, Anambra North in the contest. Looking at her, coming the way she has come, there was, because remember we mentioned in the topic, dislodgement. You know, there are dislodgements. Correct. She came in and dislodged the people that had been there struggling to be the ones that would take that position. Yeah. And she has got it. That's just the way there was dislodgement in Delta, as I mentioned. Correct. So she has her own traditional supporters in Anambra. Wherever she goes, whether she goes to Labour Party, PDP, ABGA, or whatever, that will stand by her to let her get what she needs. And it has happened again. What does it tell us about having, maybe that is that thing that's referred to as structure again.
So there are a number of things that actually is working for her. Yes. My brother, in this very country, the fact that she has been a federal minister of this country, she is no mean feat at all. Yes. Being a former minister, federal minister, yes. Fantastic. For aviation. And so yes, let's leave all of the stories, some ugly stories around. But you know something I've realized, that people have heard your name is a plus. Yes. Now, it will be a double plus if they heard your name for good. Yes. But not hearing your name at all, even if you're a saint, that they have not heard your name, it's a negative. It's a minus. It's a minus for you. So first of all, hear your name. Do more that they hear your name for good. But first of all, let them hear your name. In fact, that is why you see that in some movie industry, some people just fake their death. They say, the guy died here before they come here. I say, no, you know that in a room on our own. They will just hear that they will be heard about. They don't come back. Yes. So now people are talking about them. Yes. So, but coming back to Stella Odua. Stella Odua, for me, if I have my way, is one person that I would sentimentally want to see win. You know why? We do not have many women in around our political game. So when I see a woman that I believe that can stand our own ground, then I want such person to come up. I mean, Stella Odua, she's not a push around, from any angle you want to look at it. Yes. So for me, if I have my way, I would just say that, look, if she puts in her best, especially the platform that she's using. ABGA is in that state. In that state. ABGA is like taking. Yes. Because the governor will put all of the paraphernalia of the state behind his own people. Yes. Behind the senatorial ticket of the woman and all of that. And so they will also put all of the structure of the state behind her, so that she can actually she can win. So for me, I see that she's on top in terms of the contenders. It is not to say it's not rule yet. She cannot go and celebrate yet, because there can be surprise from everywhere. Yes. APC is not sleeping because the power of the federal might in different states. If you don't manage your state properly, the federal might will come and pick the stuff away from you. Yes. You know, so I think she just needs to be. She's doing well, having the governor on her side, having the platform, ABGA on her side, and also having the fact that she's known, and the fact that she has actually been there before, and all of that. All of this, I think, work to her advantage. If she manages all the contending issues very carefully between now and the election, she might just get herself back to the Senate. Yeah. So I think it can be a good one for her.
And if you ask me, I would say that it, just as you said, it will be a good one. Not just that it will be a good one. Because what I'm saying so is that is it not a shame? Let me use that word. And quite a big pity that Nigeria is getting too, what word now? They are trying to stifle, as far as politics is concerned, stifle the women folk in Nigerian politics. Because, okay, we've been, Benjamin, the
Deputy Speaker.
Yes, Deputy Speaker, Carlo.
Yeah.
Point of having
reserved seat for women.
Reserved seats for women.
Yeah.
That particular thing, it seems to be dying down now. Not much is being mentioned about that.
Yeah.
And because the men are now looking at it, why should we give it to them? Yet, one thing about that reserved seat is that it does not stop all the other seats that men have. It doesn't stop that. But there should be this particular one. They have refused and resisted it. Also, in addition to the fact that it doesn't stop men from taking the other seats, if there is a strong woman like Odua in a state, she could as well contest, apart from that reserved seat for women, and she will still get it, you know. But they have refused to let that see the light of day. It's quite a pity. So when we see one woman that has tried to do it, I feel happy that at least let's have something that is close to the things we had under Goodluck Jonathan. Okay,
so in addition to helping the women emerge and really play more prominent role in politics, in Nigerian politics, I think we can have some breeding ground for them. And what do I call breeding ground? The breeding ground starts from the fact that, let's say, more women really go contest the position of being a councillor. Start very early. Let a whole lot more. I want to see more women go contest to be for the position of chairmanship of the party, or chairmanship at the local government chairman. Yes. You know, let more women really go right there and go for the House of Assembly. Now, let more women be appointees of both appointees of local government chairman, appointees of governors, appointees of the president. I think, yeah, it's good that there is a move to create a space, to create a special seat for the women, which will actually will automatically give them like 25% of prominence and all of that, which is not a bad one. But the point there, for me, what I see, because each state has got 3 senators, so if one senator is coming from them, add to that, that means 4. That means they are guaranteed 1 out of 4. Yes. And if they can still contest another one, they will increase it. So that means guaranteed 25% of the Senate seats for women, which is not a bad one at all. But I think more of the political leaders, that is office holders, like the governors, the president, the chairman, I think one thing they can do to be able to breed more women, to be able to grow the capacity of women. I think one of the things they can do, number one, is to appoint more women in appointive positions. I want to see out of, let's say, for instance, the current president, Tinubu, out of maybe about 40-something ministers, make 50% of them to be women. Because when you do that, what we don't get is that when you make them, it becomes a learning and training and capacity building ground for them. So look at, we're talking about Stella Odua right now. It's because she has served as a federal minister. So it's not a push around. There's no way she'll get to. People have known her. She has built capacity. She's been able to cut her teeth. She understands she has some weight. There's no way you want to push her around. She will tell you, hey, come on. I understand this game. But if there has not been, you say what?
I know where you're going.
I know where you're going. I understand this particular. So for me, I will really want to, apart from this the special seat that is being proposed and all of that, I totally thumb up for it, and I endorse it, and I want to encourage our lawmakers to make it happen, and I want to also encourage Mr. President and the governors to really see it come, but beyond that, I want to say that they should do more. They should make they should create learning field for women, by giving them beautiful, more appointive role, minimum of 50%. Let our federal ministers be 50% women. Let the commissioners in different states be 50%. Let the deputy governors and the vice president from next year. Now, this party, no, not from next year. 2027 is already cast.
Yes.
But we're talking about from 2031. Let vice presidency go for governors. Let deputy governors swing to governors. I mean, to women. So what I'm saying is that let women be the vice presidential candidates. Let women be the deputy governors. Let them be, the vice chairman of local government. Let's just use several creative ways, other ways to bring them to limelight.
You're correct.
Yeah.
Especially what has to do with these councillorship.
Yeah.
If you check in Nigeria now, maybe there may be only 3 or 4 councillors, women councillors.
Correct.
So what are they doing? Why can't they go there and start from there? That's one beautiful thing you brought in here.
Yeah.
They need to look at that. And that of being deputy governor and all that, that was what P.V.C did when he brought Dame Virgie Tiaba, who eventually became the first governor in Nigeria before P.V.C returned and took over again.
Yeah.
I must say that I won't forget that Dame, because Dame, within the 3 months he was governor, did the road in my locality, in my hometown, that nobody has done since 1970.
Wow.
That road was dead.
Wow.
That people were almost wanted to start building on the road because nothing was happening again. But Dame came, saw that thing, said, no way, this road is the closest road to Onitsha.
Wow.
And she did it. Up to today, that road still stands. So I would always remember Dame Etiaba for what she did for us. Yes.
The women are more compassionate. They got their heart close to the people. Yeah.
Went to my in-laws too and did another one that had been there for a long time that nobody has done. She did it. So she did things that I will always remember for me and for my in-laws. So, but all the same, looking at it, the way you brought out this one thing is true, because there is need for them to be there. Let's have them as deputy governors everywhere. This same president had Akerele Bucknor
as a deputy when he was the governor of Lagos State.
So we should be having them everywhere. Let's see. Because from there, they will get into the system effectively the way it ought to be. And I want to say something about the lady I mentioned earlier, Onome Benis Dema. That's the woman, Onome, that's the woman that contested against Omar Gige in NDC.
Okay.
Yes. But though I've been we still gather that there are still contests over it. They've not concluded yet. But whatever happens, that's the result we found. But if we're waiting for the final one, maybe if they do it again and see what will happen. Yes. And we want to say that we have really spent some time. I don't know whether there will still be anybody that will be able to make a call, but you may want to call. So we want to, take a break right now for a very brief time, and you call. We want to hear your call. Just a minute break, please.
My name is Sheila BCFR, the Black Comedian of the Federal Republic. I tell you, when it comes to the best of entertainment, the best of news, the best of information, something that is educative, you're right here at the best place to see that. It's KAFTAN TV. You know what? Increase the volume. Keep watching. Don't touch the dial, okay?
It's your girl Nkechi Blessing Sunday. I want you all to keep watching KAFTAN TV.
Please keep watching KAFTAN TV. It is the best civil station in the country. They're doing an amazing job. Please do not touch the dial. Keep watching. Thank you.
My name
Good to have you back. Please, thank you for being there. And do make your call, please. We'll be glad to receive, even if it to be only one call before the end of the program. The number is there for you, and then we'll just pick it and go ahead. So returning to Ambassador Moses, we were talking about the women and their lives.
Another thing, another areas that I want the women to flood so that they can actually quickly pick relevance is to go to all of the parties. I'm talking about the political parties now. You cannot emerge where you don't have influence. Political parties are the ones that will guide and mainstream those who finally pick their party tickets.
Yes, please.
So I want to see more women.
Let's take this.
All right.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, yes, sir. Please. Who is calling and where is calling from?
I am Mr. Asaju calling from Ilorin.
Mr. Asheju?
Yes, calling from Ilorin.
From Ilorin, thank you. Please go on.
I want to salute your guest.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Spoken eloquently well.
Okay.
I always enjoy him each time he features on this program.
Okay, that's good.
Thank you very much.
Also not fail to appreciate our moderator.
Oh, thanks a lot,
You
sir.
have been moderating very well.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I just want to say one or two things about our former president, Jonathan.
Yes.
As a Nigerian, he has the right to contest if the Constitution permits him to do so.
Yes.
But if I were him, or rather if I have his ears, I would advise him to get himself satisfied with what God has done for him.
Correct.
As far as the leadership of this country is concerned.
Correct.
He has already made good name, not because he performed, but because he decided to sacrifice
Yes.
his personal ambition for the well-being of Nigeria. Because if he has refused to accept defeat, as at that time, only God knows what would have happened to Nigeria.
Yeah.
So for doing that, I think he has earned himself a good name. The Nigeria of today is not the same Nigeria he left in 2014 or 2015.
Yes, yes.
It is not the same Nigeria. I think you are getting me. So
Yes.
he may not have it as easy as people are now advising him to come on board. You see, because the agitation is getting higher, the demand of the people is getting higher, the understanding of politics is becoming more and more sophisticated. So it is not the same Nigeria he left in 2015. So I would just advise him to stay and be eating whatever God has given him.
Yes.
So that he will not come and throw himself into the murky water of Nigerian politics.
Yes, sir.
Then you see the 2027 election is going to come with a lot of surprises. And we must not rule the fact that money is going to play a lot of role.
Yes.
Money and influence.
Yes.
So any politician who does not have a deep pocket may become bankrupt after the election because he would have spent everything he has. At the end of the day, he will lose. If you look at party primaries across parties, you discover that those who will go to their constituent during election win and run away now discover that when next you're asking them for food, you will get it. Some of those who lost out now have remained stranded, and they will remain stranded for long.
Yes.
So let us, and for Obi, I just want to, if you have the ears of Obi, please, he should try to educate his obedient, what do they call them?
Yes, obedient movement.
They attack people on social media is not the best, especially the way they attack the Yoruba nation, the Yoruba people. You cannot intimidate me and expect that when you want my vote, I will give the vote to you. No, politics is about engaging. Politics is about conversation. They are doing more damage to his success at the poll more than they think they are doing. The way they are abusing, insulting people on social media is not the best, and it is not helping Peter Obi. I know several people who used to love Obi, but because of what his voters are doing on social media, they have promised never to vote for Peter Obi again. So if any one of you have his ears, tell him to talk to him. And what people are now saying that if he cannot control his obedient boy, which means even if he becomes the president of Nigeria, whatever they are doing, either right or wrong, he will not be able to exercise any control over them. So
okay.
There's still a lot of melodrama will happen between now and November.
Yes.
So the politics will begin to take proper shape as from November. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon and happy day.
Thank you so much, Mr. Seju. Thank you. God bless you. Please, keep watching, please. Well, you had him.
Yeah.
Let's hear your take from all that.
Spot on. Sincerely, you can't bulldoze your way to make people to like your candidate. Just say some beautiful part of him, and people will look at it. I mean, I don't want to be saying on air, but I know that just like he said, several persons who loved him, a number of they are not comfortable. You cannot say obedient movement. Obedient movement should not be synonymous to thuggery or to bullying. No, don't do that. But cyberbullying, don't do that. Just let it be that you're able to hold conversation, meaningful one, and roll out the good part of your candidate.
You know something that is really amazing as far as I'm concerned, which each time I see this thing, is that look at Obi. Peter Gregory Obi has not for once insulted anybody anywhere.
Correct.
People have insulted him from every corner, including his own governor.
Yeah.
What he would do is that he would tell, like the governor, after all the governors, he said, he's my successor, is he not? I have done my own as a trader. He is a professor, better educated. Let him carry it on like a professor. Let's see better from him in Anambra. That ended the matter. They mentioned all the people that have spoken against him one way or the other. He's always said something soft and beautiful, and it ends it. So why should the people following him be the ones that will be causing problems? So well, I think with his personal behavior, he has shown that he has
No, but it's not enough for him to show personally. He can also speak to his followers to say, guys, let us approach this thing with a lot more of negotiation, of convincing and all of that, not on bullying, not on trying to stampede anybody. During the election, I saw some of the videos that came out where people are saying, if you go to Southeast and you don't want to vote for Obi, don't even come. They beat some people up at filling station. At a polling station. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, no, you
may be thinking that you are stopping a few persons, but you are creating all over the country. That is not good for your candidate.
You're correct.
Yeah.
But all the same, I want to say, let it not be the kind of thing we saw in Lagos.
Okay.
Where they were saying, if you don't want to vote for Tinubu, don't come out. If you come out,
the vote is wrong. Don't say it's very wrong. Don't say have the people you want to vote. Even if you want to even convince some people, convince them behind. Don't be coming to the blind line. Don't threaten anybody.
So that is what should not be done.
Don't threaten anybody.
I know that just as I said, if you have his his ears, you should tell him. I know that he will hear this.
Yeah.
If he's not hearing it already, he
Yeah.
will hear it within the next 24 hours.
Yeah.
So I'm sure of that.
Yeah.
So, well, we can go on and to say, well, thank you, sir, again, Mr. Sheju from Ilori, for bringing up that one. Well, I think that is also how we'll be start rounding off. You know, we couldn't get to their other side, their lower side, their weaker side. Yeah, so maybe the next time we'll come on this platform, if we need to discuss this, then we'll have to mention some of those. Yeah. But all the same, this matter of what do you call them now? The obedience is one of the low ends of PKB. Yes. And even the people in Lagos trying to bully others, another low end for the president. So let them be careful. These are things that somehow they came up to and will have handled.
The low end of Atiku, you cannot put desperation on your face.
Yes, people have said.
You now muzzle PDP.
No, it shouldn't be.
People are seeing beyond whatever. Just take it easy. Behind the scene, you can manage it, but in front, just take it easy.
Yes.
I think these are some of their low ends.
Yes. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's been wonderful sharing the moments with you, sir.
Yeah.
As always, even as we heard Mr. Seju say, it's always great having you on the program at a time as we have done today again.
Yeah.
And that is how we'll be rounding off. And let me say thank you to Ambassador Moses Kolawole Obiseso.
Thank you very much
for coming. Please come again, sir.
My pleasure. Anytime.
Right. Yeah. Let me also say thanks to Sanusi Debayo. Two great names he has there. Debayo, reminding us of presidential candidate of SDP and Sanusi of the Central Bank. Sanusi, thank you for the work we've done today. And thanks to a lot of other fellows with whom we've worked, Victor, Chizea, and Oluwaseun Ade. I'll get that definitely. I won't forget, but then as we go on, Seun, I know you understand. We will continue to do it until we perfect it. I want to thank every other person that helped. Gani, I want to also say thanks to you and to say thanks to Divine Dabila. Thank you so much for the great work we've done today. To everybody, Brad Chukwebue, Ephraim Omona. Thank you, all of you, for helping see that we've done something good. And Oluwaseun, I must say that you've also been an encouragement. Thank you so much. Until we meet again on this same platform, and of course, saying welcome to and thank you to my supervising producer, talking about the head of station, Ruben Okala. This is Okechukwu Onubogo. What have I got to say again? May the very best happen to us all the time.